So I have worked on two designs. This design will look more familiar to you because I haven't moved the appliances. But one of the things I did not like about this design is the space we have between this countertop and the front of your refrigerator. And I know you have seating here. The reason why I don't like it is because it's about 37 inches of space. And this is a major walkway. And there's a guideline in the old book of directions that says that walkway should be 42 minimum. So it's a little tight. I bet you have even less than 37 inches today, so it might be kind of interesting to take a tape measure and measure from the front of that refrigerator to the edge of your countertop. The other thing I didn't like is there's no landing area on the left side of your stove. Another common guideline these days is that you want 15 inches of landing area on either side of the stove. So, having said that, I didn't complete this design, and I ended up spending a little more time on this design with the dramatic change of moving your stove on an outside wall and then giving yourself plenty of landing area on either side of the stove. Dishwasher ends up going here. This would be a pull-out trash in a working drawer. Obviously a stove, microwave above. You are vented to the outside with the stove being on this wall, but you can easily vent excuse me, the stove on an outside wall here, so that's not an issue. And since you are considering gas, I think moving the stove might be a consideration. And yes, I understand that the seating is gone over here, but I just don't feel there's a lot of room for it. And might be slightly redundant because I know there's a table right here pretty much on top of the seating that you have over here. So this is another option. Now, in the corner, this cabinet right here is a blind corner cabinet. Not my favorite cabinet in the world. Usually I like to put in a super lazy Susan cabinet. However, I can make that blind corner cabinet a little more accessible. There would be a drawer on top, a door on the bottom, and this video here shows you the shape of the tray and how it works. Pulls in and out like that. Let's see, I'm just going to let this play for a little longer. And then there should be a photo of this. Yeah, it's right there. So let's hit this button. You can see the tray stored up. And that allows you to get to or utilize this space here. So if this was my kitchen, and I know it's not. So I would probably lean towards this design. One cool addition is this cabinet here. This pantry cabinet with roll-out trays. 4 of them. A lot of stuff's going to go in here. I think most people enjoy a pantry cabinet. All your food, anything you want. You can store pots and pans. Although I think your pots and pans would end up going in here. This cabinet. And in the blind corner cabinet. This cabinet would have roll-out trays. This cabinet here would have roll-out trays with a drawer on top. We'll give the refrigerator a built-in look with a panel and a refrigerator wall cabinet above it. This is a diagonal cabinet. I made this a diagonal or an angled cabinet so we'd have plenty of room, walk space, getting into the kitchen. And then we have a bank of drawers right where you need them next to the dishwasher, because this is where your knives and forks will go. So I know this is I don't know if I'd call it drastic, but I know it's definitely a change. And I would let you sleep on it for sure, obviously, and hit the play button as much as you want. But I think this would look a little less jammed. Right now I think things are a bit on the jam side in your kitchen. And this would conform better with the guidelines too. There's a reason why they have them. I haven't drawn it yet, but the idea would be to put crown molding in the top of these cabinets and have it touch the ceiling. Let me know if you would like to explore. I'm going to call this option 2. Or, if you would prefer, option 1. Or, if there's a combination of the two, then I would probably encourage you to come into my office and we can work on that.